All right, welcome to the Right Now Project. The Right Now Project is a podcast about finding and owning who we are. It's about learning to trust ourselves, finally. It's about learning to trust our guts. It's about uncovering our authenticity and allowing who we are to soar. My name is Guy McPherson. I'm the founder here, and this is my journey too. If you're looking for something easy, this is not it. However, if you're ready to step up, ready to explore who you are, the ups and downs, the scars and scrapes, and realize the incredible value in that, this is your place. Let's get started. To what degree are we willing to be ourselves? To what degree am I willing to be myself fully, to trust myself, to not second guess myself, to not allow my head, my thoughts, my intellectualizations to get in the way of my gut, my heart, the truth of who I am. And the reason why that's so hard for a lot of us, and granted, not for everybody, some of you out there are amazing, and I mean that, but for a lot of us, it's fucking hard. We are constantly bombarded by culture's norms and beliefs and whims and extravagances, and we want to appear as if we've got all of our shit together, when in actuality, no one really does. I mean, we're human, right? We've all got faults and insecurities, but you wouldn't know it a lot of times. And for me, this whole process of going through, and it's not just as divorce, but the divorce right now, going through this divorce has really opened my eyes to looking at and taking stock of who I am, what my beliefs are, what my purpose is, what my path is. And the insecurities rush to the surface. The shortcomings and the failings and the shame and the guilt and the weaknesses, they all just like rush to the surface. You know how like at night when you click on the light and all the cockroaches scurry away? Well, it's kind of the opposite of that. They all turn on the light, like you wake up, this thing happens to you, and you're left with looking in the mirror and thinking to yourself, what am I going to do? Who am I? What's my purpose now? I'm not married. I've still got kids. I'm still a father. I'm doing this alone now. And I've got a business to run. I've got to take care of myself. And it can be very easy, in a sense, to begin to look outward for answers. What happened? Why did this happen? What did I do wrong? What did I not do wrong? What the fuck happened with my partner? What did, on and on and on and on. And it got to a point where I found myself my state of being was being dictated by the stuff that was happening around me, the life that was going on around me, my thoughts of what I perceived that other people were doing. And I got to a point where it was like, waiting to feel good, waiting to feel inspired, waiting to feel that the healing was going to happen. And I realized that it's so tiring, right? You're waiting for something to happen, waiting to feel good, waiting to feel great, waiting to feel healthy, and waiting to feel healed. And I got to a point where I realized that all of that shit, all of that crap, I've got to change, right? It's not going to happen outside of me. I can't allow myself to keep waiting for things to change that are then going to make me feel better, that are then going to inspire me. I've got to change. And you move along thinking you're doing okay. You're living and you're juggling all the balls of life and marriage and parenthood and working out, and you got your job going, and everything falls down. And it's so easy to then look outside and say, what happened? And to a certain degree, you can answer that question, but for me, and I have to change. I've got to look at my belief systems and my values and my gut and the honoring of myself and the exploration of myself. And I've got to put that into overdrive and bring the big magnifying glass and set it down and look at the minutia of how I'm running my life, how I'm existing. And yeah, it's not easy. Of course it's not easy. And for me, it's not easy because it's like a day to day. You've got to wake up and not, it's not like wake up and like think, okay, what happens? And did anything great happen? Let me check my email. Did anything great happen? And then I can feel good. No, it's a generating of the life force from yourself, feeling it within. That's it. We can't wait for shit to happen to feel good, to feel abundant, to feel worthy. And I was doing that. I think we all do that to a certain degree, but I was doing it. And I'm realizing that look, I'm someone who has been to therapy. Even before I went to school for psychology, I was in therapy, got a lot out of it. And then as part of, my graduate program, I was in therapy, got a lot out of it. And then I got into graduate school for psychology and, studied all that for a long time. And, it's not that I'm unaware of the necessity of that type of exploration and examination. And I really got a lot out of it, and I still do. But it's not a one and done thing, right? It's a day-to-day commitment that I feel we need to bring to ourselves, not just to heal, but to thrive. And that's the reality, Healing isn't something that starts from without and comes within. Rather, it starts from within, and a willingness to look at ourselves and take stock of who we are and everything that comprises that, and the constituents of who we are. Again, our beliefs and our values and our inspirations and our strengths and our weaknesses, all those things, and just take stock of that, to look at that, and to, adjust the equalizer of ourselves. And it's a process, man. It's a day-to-day process. And I'm in it. I'm fucking in it. And I think there's a certain amount of strength that comes from relinquishing dependence on external events and people and everything. And from the realization that it starts from your gut and your heart, and taking that and holding it and honoring it and stoking the flames, like holding an ember in your hands, and you're kind of like blowing on it, breathing fire into it, right? Blowing it and letting it spark and flame up and create a fire. And that's what I feel I'm doing. And there's a certain amount of excitation in that, a certain amount of, oh man, I hope the wind doesn't come and blow this thing out. But that's it. There's no wind here, right? It's just this generative force. And again, there's a certain amount of inspiration in realizing that. And that's where I'm at in this whole process. I'm done looking at other stuff, external stuff, and what my ex did and blah, 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 whatever. I'm done with looking at that and trying to analyze that and, then trying to figure out, well, do I feel good? Does that make me feel? No. I'm realizing how dependent my own healing is on me, and changing who I am, invigorating who I am, working on that and that whole process. And that's a day-to-day, minute-to-minute, moment-to-moment exploration. All right. Have an awesome day.